Number two is you want to be slow to anger. We already talked about that a couple of times, but especially over petty issues, the things that in the grander scheme of things aren't going to be huge. So the heart of conflict, the very root cause of most conflicts is anger. You'll often find that anger is the trigger that occurred to cause the disagreement to escalate. The worst part about anger entering in the conversation is that it will often escalate that conflict pretty quickly. So one person, right or wrong, gets angry at the other person, and then, not wanting to be outdone, the second person gets angry as well. And how, going back to human nature, when the second person responds in anger, the disagreement, basically a lot of times it's like, I can get more angry than you, right? So it will escalate. The analogy I like to use here is this kind of like tug of war. I remember in elementary school, that like a PE class that I was in fourth or fifth grade, something like that, the coach had us compete in tug of war. And there were an equal number of kids on each side, on each team, and we were kind of equally balanced as well. And by the way, at the time, I was really small. I mean, I ended up playing, football in high school and college and that kind of thing. So I got pretty strong. But back then, I was probably one of the smaller kids out there anyway. And I was at the top of the team line. I was not anywhere close. They usually had the big kid at the back to be the anchor. I was at the front because I was the smallest. And when the coach said, go, we all started tugging, and our whole team slowly started moving forward. I mean, we had hoped we were going to start moving backwards because that's how you win, but we were kind of moving forward, and eventually we kind of dug in our heels and we pulled harder and we stopped the other team's progress. And then once that happened, the other team slowly started moving our way. And after a few seconds, the other team would dig in their heels and pull even harder and pull us to them. And this went back over and over and over again. Each time one of us, either my team or the other team, surged, it would be more difficult to stop that surge. The effort that we used the last time was exponentially greater than the first one. And anger in a conflict kind of works in a similar way. As each side responds to the other, the anger increases, and it becomes much, much, much more difficult to resolve the conflict. So one of the best conflict resolution strategies is to be slow to anger. Don't get angry. Look for a more positive way to resolve the conflict.